that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right?
Mm-hmm.
But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
Yeah.
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself.
Oh shit, dude, I'm far more than lost.
It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
Mm-hmm.
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
In fact, the hung effigies make it twice as hard.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Right. Oh shit! Was it... Culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. If that's the case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. Can you escape from... if I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Psych taxi. 2, 1. Do I just do W? Yep. Holy shit, I am a lost boy. T-O-N. What E-L-O-N? That's a car. I can't even read it now. What turned the handle? E sliding lock? What turned the handle of the sliding lock? Did we not already establish it was the katana? The effigy's hand, katana held. Handle of the sliding lock. Yeah, I thought we already established it was the katana. That was pretty obvious. And now we're in fucking... Oh, I need to hold W to go faster. Whoops. My bad. Also, we've kind of established that Shuichi's just a pimp who runs over girls to pick them up, so... E. E2K. Oh, God. Done to... What was done to the katana? Oh shit, what was done to make the katana turn the lock? Oh, I guess it's as good as mine. Alright, 50-50 God Champion Dylan. Get this done. Katana was stabbed into the effigy. Sliding lock was tampered with. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I was still reading the other one. I was just going in a straight line while holding W. Obviously, it was stabbed into the effigy. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I knew that all along. Easy deduction. G-Ma Enfi? S-effigy? Ooh, that's unintelligible. Effigy simulated something. I've actually missed one right now. How is the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? How is the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? It was... Oh! Was it like shoved? Pushed forward like a tire swing? Swinging it back and forth. Get in the middle. Oh! That ain't it! I just killed her, holy shit! Spinning it then? Oh, that makes sense. That makes so much more sense, actually. Because if you swing it forward and back, there's no... I just fucking killed a woman, dude. I have to live for that the rest of my life. That's what the something bad will happen is? I fucking kill someone? Jesus. Anyway, if you spin it around, like if you keep spinning it, the thing's gonna come around and clock the lock eventually. I fucking murdered someone, dude. How am I gonna live with that? I'm no better than this murderer.
The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
That's so smart, dude. Holy shit, didn't even think of it. I mean, I thought of it the whole time.
Spun? That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
Sniped.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
No.
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The
Yes.
sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it.
I know, I established that one.
As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
And they thought about that in advance. Ugh.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, you wouldn't notice the lock trick.
Miyu called that one instantly.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
I could. People are deceptive.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Why is everyone so surprised and pissed?
You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
I'm not the murderer, guys. I'm sorry.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
That's up for you to decide.
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Aw.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Huh?
Okay, I'll start right now.
Wait one fucking second.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Just unfazed. Just doesn't care at what?
You, I can't hold it up anymore.
What is this class trial? People were murdered.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Can we get like to a topic, please? Can someone put a? Can we get a grab? Can someone?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh my goodness!
Come, dumpster!
Get the aloe vera! Get the aloe vera!
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Oh, get a lot of it. Get like, ooh, get it away!
What should we talk about now?
Anything but this, Gonta. Beautiful you brought it up.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who
Fuck.
entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
What if it was Tenko?
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Sumugi, Gonta, Kibo, And Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko.
There
She's
it is.
also a part of the student council.
There's that. And Tinko.
Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Yeah, we heard it.
Me? A suspect? Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
The suspect rangers?
Suspect rangers?
That's what I said.
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
I hope not.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list?
A master.
Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
A god at leading this.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but
Maybe they're linked.
can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Oh, fuck off, Kokichi.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Shit, dude.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS.
Huh?
You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
My god, dude, fucking Kokichi's a little bit too real. Holy shit.
Kokichi, enough!
Yeah, put a lid on him.
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Oh, this is a little bit too sad.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her.
And to think that earlier we were talking about getting hard in the middle of this debate.
It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
Huh?
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth.
Kaito picks out which one of us is the weakest of wills and goes at him and helps. This man needs to be protected.
I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
This man is a legend.
Kaito! Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
Rip Kokichi.
The name of the curse is... Death Curse!
Wait, you said the word curse. Oh no.
I, suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up. All you
he didn't
guys are
even
gonna
care.
help out too.
He's so strong.
Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
True.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Oh my god, Kaito. Whew. Fresh. Kaito's a beautiful man.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Eh?
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
What's Kokichi talking about? Goddamn Ichis.
Yeah, maybe.
Not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Ten crotch?
Tancrotch!
That's what I'm saying. The people who attended the seance. Oh shit, me, Kokichi, Himiko.
That's it!
I wanted to get in Kibo, but he was only there for the beginning.
Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
It was us.
Oh, Himiko still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really
Kyo? But
Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
I don't think so, though, because he was mortified when he found out it didn't work.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Right about that.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Huh? Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. Oh, shit, that was the thing that was said, yeah. I shall begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
You must be referring to... this, either this or this. I'm thinking it's this.
There!
A hole would make the most sense, but there's a floorboard that's jutted
You're
loose.
talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Oh, come on.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
Hmm.
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Which is... he's gonna say Kibo, isn't he? But I don't know if that's right either. Fuck, dude. Marker stone loose floorboard hole in the corner.
culprit sneaked in during the seance
People's flashlight
by
function?
crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
Hmm.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Right.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
Oh, poor
He used
Kibo.
his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
Oh my god. So the little light. But you could move around under the floor. Is that
The
possible?
culprit sneaked in during the seance
Oh shit, I am
by
lost.
crawling under the floor.
How could they even see if they were under the
Oh,
floor?
we could. Oh.
Because it
There
wasn't
was no
dark under the
light.
floor.
That's it. The
You
whole.
see, our villain had a light.
That may be the
Light?
counter.
You mean
Okay, that time it didn't work.
Oh no! You see, our villain had a light.
You know, it strikes me this may be a little bit better. Yeah, maybe I'm an idiot. You know, maybe I'm an idiot. Who knows? But this does make sense now. There are no light but unused.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
True.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
That's just a funny statement, dude. I feel bad.
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
Jesus.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
I flashed him.
It would
like
have been
that.
difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
I wasn't right though.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk. No.
The corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right?
Correct.
If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Absolutely.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage. That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
We talked to her. The point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes. She was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
Uh-huh.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
Possibly.
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Jesus.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think!
Thanks.
If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Can you word it any worse? This is rough, though. I have no idea where I should be attacking at this angle.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
That is true.
She was dead when the cage was lifted.
Oh, come on, Miyu.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
Oh, I just shot her.
When Cage
by
lifted,
accident.
culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
No.
Oh my!
What is wrong with you, Miyu?
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
God, I keep fucking doing that. Can you
Then obviously
shut up?
Himiko is the culprit!
No!
There was no down!
What's wrong with you? Tenko not being killed during the seance, that might not be impossible. There's no evidence for
When
it.
Tenko got killed, there was no
God damn it. I'm so
When
fucking
Tenko
lost.
got killed,
I need to take some kind of guesses here. Moment Cage was lifted.
like that.
She was under the cage the whole time. She was dead when the cage
The
was lifted.
moment the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Hello. I'm an idiot. They took off the sheet first. Oh, it took me so long to figure that out.
No,
Oh my
it
god.
wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted.
Oh my god. Holy shit, that took me like 6 minutes of some little time.
Because the inside of the white
White
cloth
cloth.
had Tenko's
Ugh.
blood on it.
And they took the sheet off first. I just went through the fucking everything in my head. Boom, got it. Easy, obviously. Fuck.
That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted.
And I know she was murdered in between when the lights were off and the lights were on.
If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
Because I saw underneath the cloth with the precarious angles of the camera.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Yeah.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
What do you mean?
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Good luck. Fight me in a sword battle. Tenko's last moments, marker stone, loose floorboard,
Tenko
iron
died
cage.
after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the... And that's none other than Kyo!
Right. I think this, even though I don't remember this, this is what I'm thinking it is. I fucked up. Okay.
Damn it! I was wrong.
What? The blade's all you need. Blade through a gap in the cage.
Wait, really?
It'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck exposed.
I'll cut through your words.
Marker stone with her neck all exposed. Cause she had her head on that? Her neck
Wait
all
just a minute.
exposed.
Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
Please explain this to a small idiot such as myself.
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone.
So you're saying...
And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Oh.
I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
Miyu sure is leading the charge in the wrong direction today, but... What? It was just the stone?
No worries, Miyu. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
No, Ganta, please.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Eh?
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
Why are you like this?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
You've gone and scared my boy again.
You don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Because Tenko killed Angie?
Himiko?
That's a stretch.
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Something with the floorboard, obviously.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done.
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
What?
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Guys? You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
What? The they she's referring to. They. They. Hiding inside the cage the entire time. Wait a fucking minute. Tenko?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
Huh?
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Is that what you think?
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
What?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Where did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right?
So all of us would die?
It's to take us down with her.
Why would she do that?
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
She killed herself so we would die too.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Yeah, that is definitely what he said.
Just a lie?
Oh.
A lie?
What if you're just a lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.